Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your March 2024 reading. I decided to do your reading live because I skipped over you and I thought, well, I want to make it up to them. So we're going to do this live. I'm going to do the reading. I hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me just check my volume. Okay. So, we're going to do the reading, and then I'm going to leave it open for questions if anybody wants to ask any questions. But this is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you were guided to the reading, and I thank you for paying attention to your intuition. You could be in love with the Sagittarius, or you may have a planet. You may have planets inside of Sagittarius. Whatever brought you, welcome. So let's go ahead and open up the reading. Hi, Feather. So I'm probably not going to look at the comments much until I'm really into the reading, so I can really concentrate on your reading. But then I'm going to go through, some of you might have some questions afterwards. All right, so we're going to use the Gilded Tarot to clarify. And just real quick, Feather 99999999999. Can you hear me okay and see me okay? I'm going to start with Mother Mary, and then we're going to use the Cozy Witch Tarot for your main spread. But let's go ahead. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. Let's go ahead and open up this reading with Mother Mary and her beautiful words of wisdom. What does Sagittarius need to hear? Of course, this is for March, but remember, time is fluid. I feel like you run across a video or a video finds you, all in divine timing. Oh, great. I sound great. Thank you, Love Warrior. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Jane. All right. You guys ready? Ooh, it's like it wanted to come out, but one of my rules is a card must fall on the table or the floor, or flip itself around in the deck. It's just like certain, I guess, rules that I have with my guides. Well, there we go. Mercy. Mercy. All right. Mercy. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. I am kind and thoughtful about myself, first and foremost, and others. I feel like we have to put ourselves first to really be the best that we can be. Like, what good are we to anyone if we're always putting ourselves, well, I guess it depends who you're with. All right, so we're going to use the Cozy Witch Tarot for your main spread. I just love how it's been a reading. It is the newest deck in the family. One more shuffle. Everything's pre-shuffled, by the way. But I like to shuffle with you here also. Okay. Let's begin the tarot portion. I'm going to bring the lid down a little bit, though. There we go. Please don't think if I don't see a comment in the comment section that I'm ignoring you. I really want to concentrate on your reading first, and then we'll get into the anybody who has any questions. We open up your reading with the 5 of Cups. Interesting. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. Both speak about, well, one speaks about a change and one speaks about a new beginning. 5 of Cups. I don't love that it's here, but maybe because it's the first card, it's better news. This is the energy of where one's focus is at, and it's when I'm focusing on what I've lost. Maybe I'm trying to understand why I lost it, all that. But I feel like, when this comes up, Spirit really wants you to consider where your focus is at. because, if we keep our focus in the past, how can we ever open up to what wants to be new? And this 8 is new. It's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity. We'll see, because when this person in the 5 of Cups, when they change their focus, truly, when they change their focus and maybe have more of an optimistic view, okay, that didn't work out, but I'm not going to let that determine what my present and my future is going to look like. But truth be told, I feel like this person ends up finding their soulmate. The first and foremost, I guess I got to believe that it's possible. And if I focus on what I've lost, maybe I don't believe it so much. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. Great energy for anything you're beginning. Any energy. She's working with her hands. She's building like little bird houses, I believe. Little houses for little creatures. And, to me, the 8 of Pentacles, stupid ad. It speaks about your creativity. It speaks about building up of your pentacles. Sometimes I feel like this is the energy of taking a craft, something I love to do, and then ultimately making it my business. You know what I mean? It's then what I do for a living. And sometimes I don't even know that's the direction I'm heading, but maybe I give it a real shot. In the 8 of Pentacles, it says if you put your focus on these pentacles or whatever this may be for you, this it feels like a new opportunity. Then you can grow to success. Remember, the 9 of Pentacles is right after that. So also in the 8 of Pentacles, it says be willing to go into something as the apprentice, knowing that maybe if I change my focus from my emotional house and put it within my creative house, maybe that helps me change my focus. You know what I mean? It's like keeping the mind busy, doing something you love, though, at the same time. So anyways, I feel like this person ultimately has the opportunity of becoming the master teacher. Maybe I'm building birdhouses and I'm just doing it for fun. I'm doing it, in my yard or for my neighbors and friends. And lo and behold, more and more people ask me. Now, I'm just using a bird house as an example, but more and more people appreciate what I do. All right. Well, hello, sun. So that's kind of beautiful. It's illuminating your money, your creative house. When the sun comes out, you have a lot of energy here of new beginnings. But, I do feel like you got to be a little bold in that. Give yourself permission to experience joy, the difference of the 5 of Cups. What's it say under the 5 of Cups? Spilt tea isn't the end of the world. Give yourself permission to experience joy. And for some of you, I feel like it's in your creative house. Card of Leo, by the way. It is about illumination. And I feel like when the sun comes out, it feels like energy that's unencumbered. It's like the freedom of, I think back when I was a child, you feel free. You're not really free, but you feel free. You know what I mean? We have the Hermit. So we have Leo and Virgo side by side here. The Hermit, though, is illuminating the 5 of Cups. By the way, comment section, I'm not ignoring you. I just want to concentrate on your reading, and then I'll go back and read your comments. So the Hermit, there are some things that must be done on your own. So it makes me feel like you are reflecting on your emotional house. And I feel like doing it through the Hermit's energy, you're going to find the wisdom you need, that light that you need to move beyond. I definitely feel like that. And it's the number 9. 9 is about final reflection. Reflection, yes. but it's about the final reflection. And it's interesting in this hermit, you know, she's got these books all around her. So it probably is something I can't learn in a book. She's got her pendulum out. It's almost like a should I or shouldn't I, a yes or a no. You know, to me, that's why you would bring a pendulum out is a yes or no. Should I stop focusing over here on the tea that has spilt and maybe start moving in a different direction? And again, I know it's not easy energy to move on from, but I feel like what this is saying is, you know, it's like tricking the brain, tricking the mind by doing something that, you know, again, I do feel like you're using your hands. All right, what am I holding? The Strength card. So 2 cards of Leo, and I swear this has been happening a lot. Strength card. You know, first thing it makes me feel like is this 5 of Cups. Again, the energy of what I have lost. You can overcome this. That's really what the Strength card talks about. You know, there's no one out there that can really help you overcome it except yourself. This is diving deep within, you know, figuring out your own demons. And, you know, I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know, if we remember that we're all light and dark, masculine and feminine, you know, we're really what we want to do is find a balance within our life. A balanced life is a much easier life. You know, I feel like then it's much easier to go with the flow. This feels like I'm resistant to change. But now I feel like with this another 8, oh, well, this is no, yeah, it is another 8. By the way, we're in a universal year 8. Oh, my screen's dark. What's to say? It takes great strength to be soft. Okay, well, that tells me that if this this is some type of emotional situation that, you know, doesn't feel like it went your way, for whatever the reason. But I feel like what it's saying is don't shut your heart down. You know, again, because this person doesn't know that there's a soulmate yet to be found on their path. And they won't figure that out as long as they're focusing on what was and what went wrong. You know, focus on it to a point where you have clarity and then move out of it. You have a lot of new beginning energy here. 2 8s and the sun. Hello, the Hermit, the final reflection. You know, and I do feel like I was saying, the 8 of Pentacles, you know, if you put your focus there, you're going to be successful. And some of you, I could definitely see like you're taking what you have learned and maybe you're creating a business from that, helping others. You know, a lot of people wonder what our purpose is. And I feel like that's our purpose, is to live our life, have these experiences. Remember that we're a spiritual being, so there's nothing we cannot get through, even though at that moment it may feel like it. But time keeps on moving. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. Steve Miller. I used to love Steve Miller. All right. Again, comment section. I'm not ignoring you. Well, I am ignoring you, but not. You know, I want to be clear with your reading. Six of Pentacles. Under the 8 of Pentacles, every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. Hello. Every blessing you give, and it's coming under that 8 of Pentacles, where some of you, it is literally, you know, a business that you're creating, or you've already created it, and it may be like, you know, have a spiritual edge to it, let's just say. And it's interesting because I feel like, you know, the hurt and sorrow that I've been through, my wisdom now helps me help others. You know, 6 of Pentacles is also, the fine art of give and take, and understanding that, you deserve both, right? It needs to be balanced. And maybe there was a situation where it wasn't quite so balanced. You know, I give and I gave and I gave, but maybe I wasn't receiving enough emotional support or enough emotional love um, to really satisfy me. And I feel like it hurt. I definitely feel like it hurt. Um, but I definitely feel you can rebound from this. Another way of looking at this is, if this is talking about a person that you were once with, that I guess you would still have some sorrow over. I feel like what you need to ask yourself is, how were they with you? Did they give to you freely? Or were there like stipulations? I don't know why I'm feeling that all of a sudden, like I give you something and it makes me happy, and then that makes you happy, but then all of a sudden comes like all these stipulations with it. It's like, then why bother giving it to me? You know what I mean? Well, hello, lovers. Right under the sun. I mean, perfect place for the lovers. Card of Gemini. The meaning of the card is a head over heart decision. Some of you, that's exactly what you're going through right now, especially with the Hermit here, that final reflection. But really, what you're figuring out in the Hermit is how much you have grown and how strong you are now. And sometimes you're figuring out, like, people I gave my time and energy to, they really just didn't deserve it. But maybe I had to learn that. Maybe that's part of my soul's lesson. Maybe this is those 2 cups that I was talking about. And then we have the 7 of Wands. What's it say? Witches should hold other witches accountable. True. Two sixes. I just noticed that back to back. 66, 88. We always see 88. And the reason why I pay attention to numbers is because numbers also have a message behind them. So I feel like here's the lovers. And I felt it right from the get-go in the 5 of Cups that if someone could change their focus and maybe not even try to control love, like, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on me. Remember what Mother Mary said, right? I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others, but don't forget about yourself. And it's interesting how, it's talking about accountability here. Well, I feel like over here again at the 5 of Cups, there wasn't so much accountability. Or, I don't know. I do know. But when I say I don't know, it just means it could be so many different things. All right, we have, the 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius. This is the energy of having enough. I've had enough. It's become too much. All the weight is on my shoulders. And it's backbreaking. It's like one person putting all the energy in. I could even see this as like a family where like one just did it all. Took care of the kids, took care of the house, took care of the shopping, probably had a job, like a lot. It is a period of heavy responsibility. But because there's a 5 as the very first card, I just feel like someone didn't carry their load. Look what's under the Ten of Wands. The Four of Pentacles. Someone in your house. You know, it's interesting because I feel like you just got stuck, because I don't see you putting up with bullshit for too long. But maybe in your heart of hearts, you thought someone was the one. And maybe they were the one for then. But I feel like the Lovers is who is next. And by the way, the Lovers to me is great chemistry. You know, they're just sitting there having like conversation. They're touching each other. I have a feeling they recognize each other's soul, whether I know this person or not. You know, if it's a soulmate type energy or a twin flame type energy, then they know your soul and you know their soul. And I have to tell you, I feel like part of the adventure for soulmates or twin flames is finding each other. You know, because we're born with amnesia. So as a spirit, I may know that there's a particular time that we're going to come together. But as a human, I don't know that. So our souls tell each other, you know, that's part of the adventure, is finding each other. And how do I love that the sun is right above that? You know, it's, first of all, it's complete illumination. So, you know, anything done in the dark will come to the light. If someone is in the dark, you know, lives in the dark, you're going to know that right away. And I don't feel that. I don't even know why I said that, because I don't feel that. Some may ask, could this be someone returning? You know, I'll never leave that out of the equation, because that is my life. You know, I'm with someone who, you know, returned 40 years later, or I hate to say they've returned, you know what I mean? Like, our paths crossed again 40 years later, and now we're living together. All unexpected. And I'm saying that because I feel like the person in the Five of Cups, and I remember the day that Sam called me, I was in a very low energy that day. I was sad. I mean, I was just like, I remember that. And then the phone rang, and our song was Night Moves by Bob Seger. And he started giving, like, he didn't even say, hey, this is Sam. He just started not singing, but saying the words to Night Move. And I just knew. I knew. Anyway. All right. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. And let's go deeper. Love it. The sun over the Five of Cups. You know, it's helping to illuminate to you that getting... I don't know. I was going to say getting stuck, but I don't know if that's the right word, but it's really helping to illuminate where your focus is at. Like, there's no denying it. We got Leo 3 times on the board, by the way. Some of you may be connected to a Leo. You know, but the sun is coming out for you. And remember, like, the sun rises every day. So it's a new beginning. It's a new chance, a new opportunity. But first, I feel like the sun's illuminating me, and me crying over this spilt tea. We have the Death card. So I'm done crying over that spilt tea. This is the major arcana for Scorpio. It really talks about transformation. And it's coming over the Eight of Pentacles. So To me, it feels like you are closing the door to that Five of Cups, and then allowing transformation in your life. I feel like it's you're saying to the universe, okay, I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to go with the signs, and I'm going to flow with the energy instead of resisting it. This is closing a door, but a new door always opens. And what's following it? The sun. I mean, hello. Some of you could also lost a job. It's interesting because all of a sudden I like my memories. I feel like my guides put there for me to explain to you. Um, but I feel like some of you could have lost a job and out of desperation. Now I know this is not everyone, but like it feels like out of desperation, you know, I start thinking about the things that I love, like the things I love doing as it relates to like my crafts, what I'm capable of. And I'm starting to trust myself now. And I feel like then it's allowing it's interesting because there's often, I feel like, months later, maybe years later, we look back at this time period and we thank God that we closed certain doors because otherwise, how could the next door open? It's also about rebirth. It's like the new Sagittarius, the new and improved Sagittarius. We have the Two of Pentacles, okay? That tells me that, especially with the lovers underneath it, that you're in a question mode. Or, okay, we're going to take what's face up first. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. It's interesting because, let me step back 1 second. The Two of Pentacles, it makes me feel like, the ball's in your court, whether you want to say yay or nay to this next chapter. And often I feel like, think about your life as like a book that you're writing. Like, what do you want your book to be? Exciting, boring, loving, adventuresome? You know what I mean? That is your life. So now we have this King of Swords, and you're reflecting over this King of Swords. And the Seven of Wands is below that, where I'm holding someone or someone needs to be held accountable. Get a feeling it might be this king. Now, I want you to forget about the sign for a second because, yes, it can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have Gemini on the board. But other than that, I feel like, well, I feel like if this king has done anything in the dark, he cannot hide it anymore, because the sun will illuminate it. I feel like you may have dealt with someone who just did not hold themselves accountable for like certain actions. And we'll come back and look at that a little bit more, but let's keep going. We have the Nine of Wands over the Strength card. Sagittarius, that's just telling you to look back. Again, it's a 9. Reflect back and really look at how you have grown. How you have grown. And there's new growth on this wand that this person's holding. So first reflection, but this time I'm looking at how I have grown. I often feel the person in the Knight of Wands has become the spirit warrior. There's not much that can happen to me that's going to throw me for a loop anymore. It's like I've been there. I've done that. I've cleared that. And if you cleared something and it pops its head back up, then you'll see it. You'll feel it. You'll know it. So, if no one else is saying, good job, Sagittarius, let me say it. Good job, Sagittarius. All right, we have the Page of Cups. And then we have another king, the King of Wands. So, can be you. Can be another Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. We have Leo all over the board. So, for some of you, that could be verification. Page of Cups right below that. Or I mean, right beside that. You know, I feel like what this is saying, because you have the page right under the death card, I feel like what this is saying is many of you are coming back to yourselves again. You know, I love the page with all the sun, like the sun everywhere, because it's also illuminating your inner child type energy. You know, again, that energy of feeling free. But first, I've got to find me, and I've got to learn to, like, you know, maybe someone had words of discouragement. But I feel like no more of that. No more of that. And then I think of the Page of Cups because it is about living from your inner child. You know, it's really learning to love oneself again. But I feel like as I learn to love myself, then I'm willing to take adventures. And here is this king right over the lovers. Two pentacles right above it. Tells me you're going to say yay or nay, but there is the sun. Okay, let's keep going. By the way, anyone who just came in the room, I'm not ignoring your comments. I'm going to look at them afterwards. Hello, Knight of Cups. Unexpected couple fulfillment. Why? Because you deserve it. Why? Because you've been through it, and now you're coming out the other end. Go right back to the beginning where I felt in the Five of Cups that when this person changes their focus, they're no longer focusing on the past or the past cups. Let's just say they've been knocked over, and they start moving towards thinking about themselves and what can I do in my life to make it happier. And I feel like that's through your creative house. I don't feel like you have any clue this night is coming, but he is, or they are. All right, let's go right below the 10 of Pentacles. So that's what you're overcoming. You know, and to me, it means that, first of all, you probably did have a lot of responsibilities, but also I feel like I got to know myself in love. Like if I'm seeking love, I got to know how I am in love. You know, am I putting myself first? And I don't mean in an egotistical way, but I am not, you know, I feel like what you've learned is I'm no longer going to lower my energy or my vibration to be with another. If someone wants to be with me, then they will be in my vibration. And I feel like that's exactly how it's going to happen anyway. Let's keep going. Well, hello, star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Where do they lie? After that door is closed and the new door is open. Card of Aquarius, by the way, but we have a lot of people on the board. But it truly is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And listen, for some of you, you're bringing a dream back. Like something that maybe it could be a talent you've had since you were young, or a goal that you always wanted to go after but didn't. Well, now feels like the time. And because it's also over the Page of Cups, it could talk about also the love. That, again, I don't really think you know is coming in. Hello, Emperor. Card of Aries. Under the King of Wands, so it can be Aries for some of you. But I really feel like this is speaking about the type of person because it is right over the lovers. So the Emperor is someone I can definitely look up to. It could signify for some of you the person could be a little bit older than you, but wise. They're wise. Wise beyond their years. Integrity? Yes. Do they care about the world? Yes. This is someone who, may not be the fastest mover, but they do move with purpose. And then we have Justice, card of Libra. Holy crap. We have everybody. Who don't we have? I feel like Justice certainly could go back and represent. First of all, I feel like it is cutting of certain ties. And maybe it's with this king who's related back to this Five of Cups. The cutting of the ties. And it's interesting because I often feel when I do cut ties, all of a sudden my life feels balanced again. And what a way to live. Justice also represents what's fair and just within your world. And it's really to make you whole again. That's Justice's job, to make you whole again. It's mirroring the Ten of Wands. So there's no way I want to keep that energy. I'm cutting that out. This Five of Cups, I'm not going to focus on what I've lost. And I know it's easier said than done, but I'm going to start tricking my mind if I have to. I'm going to start, following the things that pique my interest. And that, I feel like, is really the secret here. And then I feel like who's coming in? Well, the Empress sitting right next to the Star and coming over the Lovers. I mean, all right. I just want to look at a couple things, and then I will go to the comment section. We'll read Mother Mary, and then we'll go to the comment section. Look at this, the Ace of Wands. Action. It's action time. But this is desirable action. I love the Ace of Wands because that's really what it's saying. It can be ideas that come to you that can lead to places that you just can't imagine. It could be epiphanies, but then it's saying, I'm going to give you, like it's your spirit guide saying, I'm going to give you these epiphanies, but then put them into action. It's go time. Huh. All right, Ten of Swords. Six of Cups. And look at this, the soulmates. The soulmates are now mirrored by that Ace of Wands. Are you ready? Now, we have to look at the Ten of Swords because I feel like, and it's touching the Death card. I feel like there was some type of repeat pattern. It's like not only did you tend to put like and this could probably be with just one person, but it could be, something you need to look at. It may be a pattern that you carry where I tend to take these swords one after another. I do feel like it's a repeat pattern, but I do feel like you're ending that, or you're realizing that, and therefore ending that. And then, I feel like I probably brought up Sam and I earlier because you have the Six of Cups right next to the Two of Cups. It tells me chances are whoever this soulmate is, you may already know them. Doesn't mean I had been in love with them or anything, but it is about happy memories, treasure type memories, feel good. The opposite of what you've been in, it feels like. So, I mean, the Lovers, the Emperor, I feel like it's giving us the type of person, soulmates, they're looking eye to eye. They are in the same vibration. And I feel like once I look in your eyes, I can't turn away. I can't turn away. Let's go. Knight of Cups says, this is unexpected, as most love is. but don't rule it out. Keep yourself open, however it shows for you. Even if, like, sometimes, like, it's not even what I want. Like, love is the last thing I want. I'm still recovering from this. But that doesn't mean that God doesn't have plans in store for you. It doesn't mean that your love life is over by any means. It doesn't mean if I lost a job that I can't then create my own, and I think I was saying, I remember a time when it's like I lost a job and I had to make money, and I just created something. Desperate times can sometimes be our best friend. All right, let's read Mother Mary. Where's my book? And then I'm going to read your comments. All right, what do we have? Mercy. God have mercy on my soul. This card asks you to notice the way in which you relate to people, including yourself. If you're kind and thoughtful towards others, you will have higher self-esteem. While you can't control how another person treats you, mercy and compassion are usually returned in kind. This card is a message to avoid gossip or criticism of yourself or others, and to consciously speak in loving and empowering ways. The higher energy generated by positive words will insulate you from negativity. This is the true meaning of judge not, lest ye be judged. Amen. 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 All right, let's look at the comments. I think I'm going to leave the spread out, though. Okay. I don't do like I do go live often, but I don't do like a live reading very often. So I wanted to do it for you just because you're the last for March. I don't know. I just felt like doing it live. So, hi Feather 9999, Love Warrior, hi. Sherry, hi. Jane, thank you. Thank you, Jane. Shay, I think it's Shay. Shay, your first time, welcome. You're from Mumbai. Nice. My mother's favorite place. Honestly, my mom's favorite place. Nicole, new beginnings. Yeah. Shay, going through a lot at home. Can't figure out my sister's behavior. If you can shed some light on my path. You're going through a lot at home. That's probably what these wands are. And that's also probably what the Ten of Swords is. It's probably what it is. This doesn't always have to be love readings. It could be like, people that I live with hurting my feelings, just hurting me. And I feel like just from the reading shade, like you've got to find a way to, and I know easier said than done, but to disconnect from that. Like, remember where it said try not to get involved in anybody else's drama. Hi, Nicole. You have that light. Perfect. I have one. He's just got to step up. Dana. Hi, Dana. Are you Sagittarius, Dana? I do not put up with any bullshit. Good for you, Nicole. Shay, yes, I don't even know if I'm saying your name right, but I hope I am. My sister did not care about responsibilities at our family business. She didn't care. And now mom, and she wants to wind up after all the effort I put in to my factory production. She wants to take more than she gives. There's no proper accountability. We won't know till he gets the balls to step up, Nicole. Well, Nicole, if you've Leo in your chart, you're all over the place. Hi, Shanta. I love what you're saying, Nicole. He has to stand in his truth, or I am untouchable. Good for you. Leo, yes, my sister, and Gemini, my mom. Gosh, wow. Shay, I feel like your answers are all through this reading. Aquarius, Nicole, Aquarius, Gemini rising, Taurus moon. Taurus is the only one that didn't show up, I don't think. Tina Marie, New York City in the house. Hi. Arkansas, Nicole. Heaven and earth is my goal. You know what, Nicole? I feel like you're going to reach it. I don't know. I just get this feeling that you are going to create your heaven on earth. Jane, I'm being creative, making a new home and life. Would love to meet my soulmate. Any guidance? Well, if you listen to the reading, that's exactly what it's doing. It's guiding love in your direction. Now, there is a need for an ending, or at least in our thoughts or in our heart type of thing. You know, like, and in the Five of Cups, it doesn't mean that someone cannot return, come back in a higher vibration. Of course they can, if they're willing, but there's nothing we can do to make that happen. Um, and I kind of get the feeling that this is not talking about that anyways, because I feel like what's coming towards you guys in love really is unexpected. And maybe what it's saying is, here's an opportunity. Oh, I just want to add, here's an opportunity to like clear up some of the past. Like these 10 swords, like I'm no longer going to take these swords in my back. I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to break that pattern. 10 of wands. It's too much for me, right? Like it's not all my responsibility. I feel like, Shay, that's for you. Like it's not all your responsibility. Okay. You're welcome, Shay. It's my sister, Gemini. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, you're right, Nicole. It's interesting because some of these life lessons, once we learn them, God, life gets so much easier. Hi, Chevy. Hello. Is my new love legit? Well, going by this reading, I would say yes. I'm hoping that you guys watched the reading, because I feel like without watching the reading, you can't really understand. I would love to come to Mumbai. My mother worked at a local college where I'm at. I'm back in my hometown, and her job was to really travel the world and find the smartest minds and bring them back to what's called IUP here. That's our college. And she was always over in India. And yeah, she just loved it. Okay. You're very welcome for the guidance, Chevy Gray. Just want to do something real quick. Okay. My hometown is Indiana, Pennsylvania. But I really lived half my life in Rhode Island. I moved back here when Sam and I got back together. I think what I'm going to do is, just for those that are still here, I feel like I'm just going to take a couple cards for you all. And, we'll keep the reading in mind. Let's use a different deck, though, because half these cards are already gone. Let's use the Psychic Tarot, and let me pick these up. First of all, let's see if we get any synchronicities. We'll keep the bottom cards. Let's pick up these clarifiers. And I'm just going to take the no shades in Pennsylvania. Sandra H. So close to my name. I'm also Sandra H. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Hi, Black Sky. Nicole, yeah, I know what you meant. All right, so I'm just taking some cards. Still keeping, whoa, look at that. Wanted to pick up the Six of Pentacles. Still keeping all this in mind. Let's just take some extra cards. I'm in like no rush today, so. Oh, look at that. Okay. First of all, the Nine of Swords, suffering in silence. Nine of Swords really is about unnecessary worry. But I've got to know that. And again, it's a 9, so I do have to reflect upon this. Because if I don't, these swords could turn into depression, high blood pressure. Like it's going to show itself through the body in one way or another. Sleepless nights. For someone, I do feel like high blood pressure, like I got to control stress. The stress can do me in, so to speak. So reflecting upon it, but then look at this. Spiritual union. So we had the soulmates, but now look what it says. Spiritual union. So we went from the soulmates now to an actual union. Now, do I think that's right away? I don't. I feel like, and you know what? I feel like, because here's the reason. I feel like when we meet someone special like this, we need to learn to enjoy the journey. 9, 10, 11, just added that up. Some of you could be a twin flame type energy. Just enjoy the journey. Each precious moment. Because I feel like it ultimately, well, let's keep going, but I feel like ultimately it leads you, well, to your heaven on earth. All right, we have emotional withdrawal. Got to get rid of that. That's it. Well, I shouldn't have said that. The 8 of Cups is, actually, that's a good thing. Because 9 of Swords talks about the fear, right? There's a lot of fear, and it's probably related to love. Like certainly I don't want to get back into a bad relationship or be with anyone of a lower vibration. But here's the thing. I feel like through the reading, what we're learning is the more that we're true to ourselves and the more that we close the door to the people and the things that just aren't working, I feel like that Nine of Swords goes away. Now, maybe it raises its head a little bit when this soulmate comes in, but I feel like it's something that you can overcome because you recognize it. And I feel like when I recognize it, then I can do something about it quickly. So we have the Eight of Cups. So it's telling us where this worry is coming from, your emotional house. But you know what I love about this image? I don't know how many are watching the monitors. This person's sitting at the water's edge, and it just reminds me of like me living in Rhode Island. I lived right by the water, and I often would just sit by the water's edge. And I feel like this person is just letting their anxieties, their hurts, their pains, they're allowing the tide to take it away. It's like, it's like healing waters. So know that you can heal that. And just, I can heal the Nine of Swords. It doesn't necessarily guarantee me that there won't be any fear as it relates to love. But if I can recognize it, then I can be like, okay, I know where that fear is coming from. It's not coming from this person. And let's say that that Nine of Swords still exists. More reason to take it slowly. People will always reveal to you who they are. We just have to listen. But the sun has been out so many times that I don't know how anybody could come along who would, who could pull the wool over your eyes at this point. All right, let's just do another one. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. I mean, not just the soulmates, but then the Ace of Pentacles. Let's talk about the Ace of Pentacles for a second, because to me, any ace is a seed. And this seed needs to be nurtured for it to really grow and blossom. What I love about this ace is you can see two different hands nurturing this ace. Now it's coming under the soulmates. So it's almost like we were nurturing it before we even knew we were. Like we're nurturing it before we even knew we were going to come together. It also means to me, the Ace of Pentacles, it means something that's coming into your physical world. So this isn't just hopes and dreams. This is like someone physically coming into your life and you into theirs. And I mean, come on, it's a soulmate or a twin flame. One more. Look what flipped itself around in the deck. Temperance. Temperance's main message is patience. Divine timing. How beautiful is it, first of all, that's your major arcana. So if that doesn't tell you to the soulmates, I don't know what would. But what I also love is that means that divine is, they have their hand. Of course they do. Of course they have their hand in this, right? They're going to help guide you at the right time. And that's what Temperance says. And by the way, with the Nine of Swords there, Temperance would say, honey, give me the things that you worry about, that you cannot control. Hand them over to me. Trust in divine. Trust that all will be okay. Just be proactive in your life, and we're proactive in your life also. So I love that Temperance comes out. First of all, because it's your major arcana. Second of all, because it's divine timing, and it's over the soulmates. Come on, Sagittarius. I mean, it'd be hard to deny that for a lot of you, this is talking about love. But I also don't want you to forget about also your creativity and building and, new businesses, some of you spiritual businesses, that I feel like you could take to true success. Put yourself first. And then I feel like Temperance is saying, and then just let the rest go. I've got it. I've got it. Phew, okay. That's why I love using different decks, because I love looking for the synchronicities between, the reading, or the first clarifiers and then the second. Shay, you're December 18th, or you're a life path 9. Well, that's reflection. It's also an old soul. If that's what you're saying, that you're a life path 9, it means that you've been through the 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you have that wisdom already within you. Oh, I guess I could have just looked at the date and figured it out. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait a minute. Let me hang on 1 second. 12. What am I thinking? 18, 28. So 38, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, Shay, you're in a master number 11 for this year. That means you're here to this year. You're going to master something. If you use that Ace of Wands, you're going to master something. So, oh, hang on. I got to get back. All right. Sorry. I had to get out of the comments for a second. Where was I? Let me go back. Okay, right there. Nicole, it's been long. My daughter passed from COVID. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nicole. Oh my gosh. Oh, Nicole, my son passed at 33 also. Well, I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry, but I hope you know that she's with you. But I know people can tell us that, but my only Libra sun passed March 2021, black sky. His love and joy, his spirit is with me all the time. I love when he talks to me. That's beautiful. Lupita, December 19th. 12. I don't know if you want me to figure out. It's funny, I can't use my brain to count. 19, 29, wait a minute, 19, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, Lupita, I think you're in a life path, or not a life path, but a personal year 3. Jane, you're a life path 7. It's a very spiritual path, by the way. Your birthday is 29/11. So, take that in consideration, Jane, if you're still here, that even though your life path is a 7, you have those double ones, and there is probably another 1, I'm sure. And then 9, 10, 11 equals 11. So, think of your energy as the magician, but also mastering. And then feather, you're a master 11. Feather, I'm busy working in and out of your broadcast. That's okay. Black Sky, your son was 32. Isn't it strange that there's 3 of us who've lost children so far, and 2 were 33, and yours was 32. First time you've got Feather. I'm reading Feathers. First time I've caught your broadcast live. I'm so happy. Tina Marie, New York City, December 21st. Please. So you want what, your personal year number? I should have paper and pencil. I do have it right there. I'm trying to use my own brain. So let me see. 21st. So 31st. 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So you, Tina Marie, are in a life path 5, not in a life path, you're in a personal year 5. Changes. And, I feel like whatever changes come for you, the more you can roll with the changes, the better off. I'm grateful for my son's beautiful life, Black Sky. That's beautiful. Jesus, yeah, Jesus was 33. That's exactly what I thought when I lost my son, like at 33. Oh, you're just posting your birthdays. um, Hi, GR. December 20th. So 32 plus 8 would be 40. So that means GR, you're in a 4 personal year. Let me get a piece of paper for Shay. So 12, 18, 1969. I'm just doing a number right now. 10, 19, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm coming up with a 1. Of course, I could be doing my math wrong. I'm just trying to do it quickly. 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 9, 18. Coming up with a 1. Yeah, I'm coming up with a 1 for Shay. Which is good. That's the magician's energy, the ability to manifest. That means this year you're manifesting. What do you want to manifest? Nicole, that's interesting that you saw a hummingbird after your daughter passed. I was sitting in my office, and this is when I still lived in Rhode Island, and I had my window open, and I just glanced over, and there was a bird sitting on my windowsill just looking at me. And I knew right away it was a sign. But then I wanted to get my camera because I wanted to get a picture of it. And that bird let me take a picture with my flash on. I went right up to the windowsill and never left. I mean, I literally just sat there and stared at this bird for like 10 minutes, and the bird stared directly right back at me. It felt so good. So, um, yeah, Shay. Oh, okay, Nicole, Nikki. You go by Nikki. Just let me try something. For some reason, I don't know if it's YouTube or just my phone. I have to keep like clicking out of comments and then getting back in again. Drives me crazy. All right, guys. Anybody want me to pull a card for them or have any questions about the reading? Anything that I can do for you? All right. I'm going to pick these back up. And I'm actually going to pick this spread up now too. I would definitely advise, if you have not watched the reading, you don't have to watch it like right now, but that you definitely watch it. It was a good reading, I feel like. All right, so I'm going to stay with the Psychic Trio, but I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles. Get it shuffled in really good. All right, I'm going to give them a cut. And anybody who wants a card pulled for them, just let me know. This is Nicole. Nicole, emotional withdrawal. So this is about your emotional house. It's just clearing up that emotional house. It's having clarity. An 8, it stands for this year. So, if you don't have emotional clarity, this is definitely the year you want to find it. And that just means because, again, a new beginning with an 8. But I feel like you're letting go, and it may not be like letting go of someone, but I feel like you are. Like, I just feel all of a sudden, I feel like this rush of energy where I'm just letting it out of my body in some way. So I feel good about that. Hi, Gina. Hi, Heather. Hi, Delana, I believe. Hi, Lisa. Wow, Shanta, you have 5 planets in Sagittarius. Wow. Okay, so that was for Nicole. And Black Sky. What I'm really just going to do in this one is just pull like a single card. But let's see what it has to say, though, for your finances. I don't know why I'm shuffling like this, but So this is for black sky, but really it's for all of you. Look at this black sky. Hello, prosperity begins. You're asking about your money. Wow. Prosperity begins. And I know this is Nicole's card, the 8. But I feel like because we're all in the same room, I really feel like this is for all of us. But it's like letting go of the past, and then boom, here's this Ace of Pentacles, black sky, prosperity begins. You can take this ace and you can really create true success for yourself. And I often feel the Ace of Pentacles, it's giving me the way. Like, okay, yeah, I want to do this, but I don't have the money. And then lo and behold, somehow, some way, I find the way. Well, divine supplies the way. I like it. Okay. I mean, right down the line of what you're asking about. Shay, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. It just came out on its own. We have Temptation, card of Capricorn. Interesting because, when I see this image, for those who are watching the monitors, there's that light, right? It's like I'm in the darkness, but yet there's that light. And look what's underneath that light. It's a key. It's a key to unlock a new door or the next door. I feel like it's saying that you've been in the dark, so to speak. And now, if you so choose, I feel like the light is going to show itself to you. That key to unlock a door is about to show itself. Even in our darkest moments, just like I was talking about with Sam and I, it was really one of my darkest days. Well, not one of my darkest days to that point. At that point, one of my darkest days. And lo and behold, the light came in. Gina, I'm just going right down the line, guys. Gina. Thank you, Heather. I don't know if I already said that already, but thank you again. All right, Gina. We're going to turn these around. You have the Tower, though maybe I shouldn't have turned them around, but then you have Wisdom. Here's what I feel like it's saying, Gina. I just want to add, I feel like really what it's talking about is any of the Tower moments you've had in your life and how that you're able to overcome them. How can you overcome them? Well, through your wisdom. Through your wisdom. This is, I'm trying to figure out, my camera shoots in reverse when I go live. This is definitely, this is overcoming these towers through your belief system, your faith, your hope, keeping that alive. But I feel like also, it's like if I had a life path 5, I would make a change from that tower. So I don't worry about the towers because I feel like, what's to say here, disruption. But I feel like that disruption really is to move us in place. Okay. I forget who I just did that for. I'm sorry. Let me go back and look. Gina, I feel like that was for you. Dang it. I lost my place. And I'm reading Black Sky's comment. Yeah, I get distracted like that too. And here I am. I'm distracted. All right. So Black Sky, you had the Ace of Pentacles. Shay, you had Temptation. So yeah, Gina, it was you with your wisdom over these towers. Heather, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Or we're just going to let a card come out. Or two. We have, hello, material and spiritual prosperity. And don't forget this Ace of Pentacles is here. And I'm saying that because as I'm reading for one, I really feel like I'm reading for all. So material and spiritual prosperity. And then that Ace of Pentacles is like gives you the way, but what comes with it? Hello, patience and planning. This is the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting, you got the Six of Pentacles that moves into the Seven of Pentacles. Patience. But maybe while I'm having patience, I'm putting a plan in place. Often I feel the Seven of Pentacles is energy of what's meant to be. Like you can't see it here, but in a lot of cards, it's depicted as like a tree with our pentacles, which I feel like are seeds of intention, or soul seeds of intention. And I feel like those seeds, like certain seeds, ripen at just the right time. And that's when we pluck that seed. But if we leave that seed there, and don't pluck it, then it's going to dry up and die. So I feel like whatever you've been waiting for, it feels like now, well, it would make sense that this would be the year, especially if it's anything has to do with your material world. This is a great year to build whatever it is you want to build. Okay. That was Heather. Shay, is your mom listening to your concerns? I have a feeling she is. It's interesting. All of a sudden, I get this feeling of, and I don't have two daughters, but I get this feeling of being pulled between two. So I have a feeling your mom feels pulled between the two of you. But I do feel like she's listening to your concerns. But let's see. We have shadow, which is the moon. But then we have the star. I feel like your mom is listening, but she's not sure what to do about it yet. There's some uncertainty. But I feel like ultimately the star is yours, right? It is about your dreams. So I feel like ultimately things are going to work out. And I do feel like your mom is listening to your concerns, but I also feel your mom feels a little torn. But yet I feel like, truth be told, I feel like I'm on your side, but that doesn't make it easy to handle the other side, if that makes sense. Like I'm between a rock and a hard place. But I do feel like I feel like she's listening to your concerns. And I feel like ultimately, first of all, I feel it would be hard to deny you the truth that you come with. I feel like it would be hard to deny that. And I feel like that's going to serve you, down the road. But yeah, your mom's listening. I just feel like she's not sure, like she's in this uncertain state. But ultimately, I feel like things are going to work out in your favor, and it may take time. And I don't want to, I want to try not to get like I said earlier, like caught within the web of any drama, because it won't serve you. You know what I mean? And it's hard to rise above sometimes. But bottom line is, I feel like you ultimately are the one who, I don't know why I picked this up, feels like coming out successful. Okay, Delana. And excuse me if I'm saying your name wrong. Some of you may not even be here anymore, but I feel like I still want to pull a few cards. So, Delana. We have the Hermit, solitude. But then look at this. Then we have the Ace of Swords. I feel like you too, through your experiences, have learned a lot. Like, I feel like you've become, let's put it this way. I feel like, if I look way back in my life, I wouldn't really say I was a spiritual being. But now I feel like you would say that. And I definitely feel like you've learned, and you're someone, I feel like, where you were able, and this may have taken time, but you're able to reflect back and gain the wisdom from that experience, and then using your voice in some way. First of all, it says triumphant success. So that's good news. Okay. Lisa Ann, of course, I'll pull you a card. Slide all this up. I'm keeping it all out because I just want to see if it ultimately is going to tell us a whole story. Actually, let me fix this a little bit. I want to be able to see them all. Okay. That won't work for long because I'm going to run out of room. So, Lisa Ann, whoa, your card went flying. Recognition and reward. This tells me that there's something that is unique to you, that it's almost like when I live my true life, other people recognize that within me. I feel like this is also, this could certainly be the energy, because we have the Ace of Pentacles, of promotions, being recognized for the hard work that you do, whether that be through an employer or whether that be like in a household. It is stating about your individuality and trusting yourself more than anything. But this is a very humbled energy, I feel. But I also feel is if you're taking something that you have learned and then you are speaking about it or writing about it, somehow communicating it, I feel like that feels very good. It feels right. It just feels right. Not only recognition, but also reward. Well, that's probably what that Ace of Pentacles is. Okay. I just had to click out real quick and I'm right back in. Oh, thank you, Black Sky. You did not have to do that, but thank you. So much gratitude. All right. Shay, does she see my sister's behavior? She does see your sister's behavior. I could already tell that. Um, I already could tell that she sees and recognizes that. But I still feel like between a rock and a hard place, because I feel like, I love you both. I love you both, but ultimately, I feel like you feel like more of the grounded one, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like when your mom thinks of you, she thinks, well, that's my grounded daughter, or my daughter who's got her shit together, so to speak, where she may not say that about your sister. Now, I'm not trying to put your sister down, but I just get this feeling that that's what goes through your mother's head. A lot of times these words are unspoken. Um, my name's Sandy. Shay, my name is Sandy. You can't see me? Oh, it's just because of the way my room is. And, I don't want to fix my hair and put on makeup. I'm not a girly girl. Not that I care what other people think I look like. It's just that, you know, that was one of the pleasures of working from home is that I don't have to worry about what I look like. Thank you, Black Sky. Shay, my first time on your channel, I'm going to be a regular. Beautiful. Welcome home. Welcome home. I'm a Virgo sun, Gemini moon, and I don't know my ascendant, but I've been told um, by someone who's a psychic that it's a Scorpio, that I'm Scorpio ascendant, but I don't really know. But I know that I am Virgo sun, Gemini moon. Um, Thank you, Shay. You guys, thank you so much for your beautiful comments. And you're right, Black Sky. I don't rush anything. You're welcome, Lisa. My son was a baby. He got by with more. I don't know what you mean. Oh, thanks, Black Sky. Saying that I went back to the longer reads, which I did. I tried, I think it was like one summer where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try to do like 20-minute monthly readings. It was too hard on me. It's like I wanted to go deeper and deeper and deeper. So lesson learned, because I feel like those, I did that stupid YouTube thing, thinking, oh, you get more subscribers that way. People like people don't have long attention spans. Then I figured, you know what? I'm going to do me, and those who are meant to find me will find me. Shay, do I do live readings every week? This is the first time, not the first time I've ever done a sign live, but probably only the third time. But live, where I just answer questions, yeah, I do like 3 times a week. I've been trying to anyway. Um, okay, I don't see anybody else. Anybody else want me to pull a card for them? Probably the majority have gone. Like, I'm gone, Sunday. Okay, guys. I think I'm just gonna let it be. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I thank you so much for joining me live. I rather enjoyed it, so I have a feeling I'm going to be doing this more and more. I love answering your questions right after a reading. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. So I'll probably be doing it more and more and more. So I thank you all. I love you all. And I will see you next time, either at a live, hopefully at a live. And I know many of you, do come to the lives. So thank you for that. Um, but if you don't come to the lives, then I'll see you next time at our table. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.